So there's an uncomfortable truth that most of us want to forget. And that is that we are the authors of our own lives. We know what's right for us. And many times it can feel like we don't. And that's because we're still carrying around the inherited beliefs of the church, of family, of society. We've maybe started to play a role or a character that's not really truly us because that's what we needed to get by, to survive. And so we can feel really far away from being our own author of our life. And it can feel like everyone out there has more control over my life than I do. That what's happening in finances, what's happening in the government, what happened in my family, what happened in that relationship, being at the whim of life. It's actually much easier to say that we're at the whim of life because then we don't have to do anything about our lives. We all inherently really know that, yeah, I am the author of my life. Yes, I am the one that has agency. But in order to do that, we have to question the things that we were taught. We have to deconstruct who we thought we were. We have to deconstruct who we thought the people we've given power over to. We have to have some critical thinking. We have to take ownership of our own healing. And none of that is easy. But I will say that it is the most liberating thing that you can do with your life. Deconstruct all of the ways that you have given your power away. Deconstruct all of the characters that you have played in order to be safe or to feel that you're acceptable. Heal the grievances that you have against others. Let yourself be fucking angry and sad about the way things have been so that you don't carry that around, so that you can be free of the baggage, so that you can have peace in your heart. That's what's on the other side of remembering our sovereignty and remembering that we are the authors of our lives. It requires navigating all the murk, but on the other side of the murk is a fucking vista like where I'm sitting right now. It's clear. It's free. It's peaceful. And this is why I do the work that I do, to help other people, to help everybody remember, right? And I'm just one voice, and I think it's so amazing that there's so many of us, of you, that also have the desire to help other people simply by just saying, this is what worked for me. And that's the beautiful thing about social media, is the ability for everyone to have a voice. The challenge becomes discernment of whose voice we listen to. The more that you use your discernment, the more you'll be able to remember your agency, to say, I don't really think I vibe with what that person's saying, or just something about that person's energy just doesn't land with me. Trust that. If that's me, trust it. I'm not the voice for you. So if you've been spending a lot of time looking outside yourself for safety, if you spend a lot of time looking outside of yourself for the right thing to do, start looking inside. start asking empowering questions about how you have played a role in your own suffering, because that's how you can help yourself out. I say this with a lot of compassion and empathy because I know how murky it can be and how confusing it can be. And also, if your North Star is that you are always coming back to your own truth, even when you read someone's book, you take a course, you use the tools that are out there to help you, that you're always coming back to your own truth, then you won't be steered wrong. It's important in this time where so much is rapidly changing that we feel safe within ourselves and that we remember our agency and our sovereignty. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.